Well, look what just arrived. Y'all know what the sound of this is? That's the sound of silencing all the anti-clampers out there on YouTube. Oh well, I guess you can already see this. I've been chastised so much on the internet for how I clamp my bike or how I don't clamp my bike, or it's too loose, it's too tight, even if I even tried to explain it. So I had to do something about all of the comments. What could I do? Well, I could buy a race stand because, well, you don't clamp anything. You just lock your axle in. Then I got to looking at the prices, and they're outrageous. Long story short, I went into SolidWorks and designed some parts in CAD. Now these parts are meant to supplement a stand you may already have. In my case, my Aldi BikeMate $25 stand. That's kind of the caveat here. You kind of got to have a stand. You've got a standardized 35mm tube, then this will work for you. If not, if you've got a different dimension, let me know if there's a more common dimension and I can just adjust this in the file and we can send that off. But anyway, a guy I found on Facebook, it's at AM Pros 3D on Facebook. I worked with him. He said PETG was the best material for this. I've only worked with PLA and ABS, so I was kind of concerned. So this is 50% infill PETG. Now I want to talk about this. This is another guy I reached out to on Facebook. He sent me this for like $20. I had this prototype, and you can see here, this wasn't done in a temperature controlled environment. It warped up off the bed. It's not flat. There was no support here. Typically you can put in support inside the slicer program before you print these, and this is trash, so we are not using that one. That's kind of, just want to use that as an example. If you get these done, tell them, make sure they're printing in an enclosed environment if they're doing anything, because I don't think you want to use PLA for this, because this is a load-bearing, these are load-bearing parts. So this is going to convert our stand. This is the front block, in which I designed to be maximum 15, so 15mm axles can go right through with some adapters. These are 100 by 12 adapters that just slide in. Now I did have to sand these down a little bit to get the fitment I wanted, and then they should go in there and stop. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. And then you can just pop these out and then pop in some 15mm ones. I don't know if I can get that one out. 15mm axles or quick release skewers. That's basically that, and this is obviously where your bottom bracket sits. It's a cradle for that. So I'm going to make these 3D print parts available on my website for free, and I'll have a link for a donation if you want to tip me for spending the time to create these. And then if you don't want to fuss with that at all and you just want to buy these, I will be selling them on the website as well. So there's 3 options. Mind you, buying them from me will raise the cost. This is only really cost effective if you already have a stand and you already have a 3D printer, or you have a cheap way to get these, because the PETG is kind of expensive, and the infill is pretty expensive. And the other main part is a piece of 1030, and I got the smooth finish. You don't have to go with the smooth finish, but this is probably the costliest thing. If you're going to make this cost me about $20. This is a 3-foot piece, 3 inches long by 1 inch tall, and 36 inches. This cost me $20, but the shipping was like $10, so that kind of sucked. So $30 invested in here. And then we have some bolts, nuts, and washers. And I'm going to link everything you need in the description below. 2 M6 bolts, 2 M6 washers, and 2 M6 lock nuts. And then you'll need 9 M5 by 12, maybe a little more than 12, maybe like 14 or 16, I think is the next standard up, but I think 12 are just almost perfect. Not a lot of wiggle room. M5 washers, 9 of those, 9 bolts, and then 9 of these hammerhead, M5 hammerheads for that. So this is it. You can go all in if you print your own stuff for pretty cheap. I'd say about $30. If you can get this aluminum extrusion cheaper, by all means, do that. But let me show you how to put it together. So let's start off with this bit here. I designed it to be alternating, so you're pulling from both sides. Obviously, you'll see where the nut goes, right in here. It should fit inside. And I kind of went overkill with the bolts to secure this, but better safe than sorry. It's my thought process. We're gonna fast forward through this magic. All right. So now that that's done, you'll need to loosen this and pop this off like that. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. No 696 video this week. Maybe next week. Or a week after that. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye.